Welcome to the PowerSpeakingPro channel. This is where I give you tips to help you improve your speaking and communication skills. Hi, my name is George Monat and glad to have you aboard. As a speaker, are you aware of your own biases? You can watch somebody else and you can say, oh, that person's a left bias or that person has a right bias. But are you really aware of your own biases? Have you asked other people to give you feedback about your biases? Let's take a controversial subject, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. When you give a speech, do you present an even picture of the good and the bad for the Second Amendment? Maybe you're supporting pro-Second Amendment when you will also have somebody else opposing you who will be opposed to the Second Amendment. But understand your biases. If you are representing the Second Amendment on an even basis, make sure you give arguments for the Second Amendment. Maybe give arguments against the Second Amendment. Or perhaps you could give arguments about why the Second Amendment should be modified. But in any case, and no matter what the subject, you should be aware of your own biases. And biases come from many sources. We all have blind spots, but biases come from our upbringing, our education. Where do we live? Do we have a vested interest in being biased? So when you give a speech, keep all these biases in mind. Even age is a bias. People say, when I was your age, that's obviously a bias of an older person. But a younger person would just say, you know, you're just so old, you don't know any better. So try and keep your speeches in perspective. Understand the bias that you have. Also, when speaking, understand the bias that the audience may have. Granted, there are a lot of people in the audience and there may be a number of biases. But if you're talking to a specific group, that specific group generally would also have a bias. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.